New, used, new, used. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Christoph Kindred. Let me get you caught up. In the last video, we had our first full day of harvest, but it wasn't without a few challenges, to say the least.
Now we're losing power, and it's blowing smoke again. It's just destroyed. It looks like I threw a chain or something. Yeah, it broke. Right.
Wait, let's go back. This will take a second to explain. Changing filters is quiet work. Nobody notices when it's done, but everything suffers when it's ignored, as I will find out in a few days. See how that filter is dirtier on the lower half than it is on the upper? I didn't. It wasn't until I looked at my books much later that I realized what happened. I had this vague recollection that we had just bought an air filter for this machine last year. Then I remembered that it started blowing smoke when I was going uphill, so I checked the filter and found that it had collapsed on itself somehow. I'm assuming it was a manufacturing error? I don't know. When it caved in on itself, it wasn't cylindrical anymore, and I even had a hard time getting it out of its home. The part that I was missing in my head was that I had grabbed the old filter to use until we could get a replacement. I gapped it out and never got that replacement. Stupid, stupid mistake. But at least it was an easy fix, and a few days of rain gave us a window to figure out what the hell happened. With farming, it is so easy to overlook things. So many parts, so many machines, and most of them are seasonal, so it's easy to forget things even when you write them down.
Well, we got everything put back together and cleaned out. It turns out there was water and mold and mud and all sorts of crap up there. And so we got that all cleaned out, and hopefully that'll be better. The blower, the fan up there though, is still making a lot of noise. I think we got a bearing going out or something on it, but it still blows, so it'll just have to be noisy, which is fine. Hopefully that'll keep all the water. The tube that gets rid of the water was clogged with mud, which is what I suspected. I just didn't know it was going to be that far up into the air conditioner, way up at the top, not just along the way in the tube. So, that's all clean. I think now we're just going to maybe blow this off, blow the dust off of it, and then pressure wash it, and then we're going to leave that open up there on top to help dry that out and maybe get some of that mold out of there and just crap. And then maybe tomorrow we'll test it. Maybe today we'll test it. Probably tomorrow, but who knows? We'll see how far we get. Well, good morning. I'm sitting here in the cab of this combine. We cleaned up yesterday and did all the filter work and the air conditioner work, hopefully. Still pretty stinky in here. It needs some cleaning yet. I think in a little while I'm going to try and see if we can put this on some load. There's a hill just down the road here that's kind of a challenge for this to go up because it's old and the hydrostats weak. It's a pretty steep hill, and I think that would be enough of a load if we got it, let it run for a little while and try to gun it up the hill. That should hopefully help us determine if we're going to be blowing smoke out that stack over there. I don't know that is even the problem. We're just hoping that was the problem. It's really hard to say. If that's not, then we got bigger issues, and it's going to be a really difficult harvest. If that is the issue, then we'll probably go put the corn head back on it and go out and start harvesting corn.
To be honest with you, I think I wash combines more times in a year than I do both my vehicles put together. It probably seems like a waste of time, but it really is important to clean them up when you can, so you can see where you might have problems developing. I realize the windows aren't part of that, but when I have time to freshen them up, I do it.
This squeegee actually kind of really sucks. It's good for regular windows like your truck, but these this is convex for me, concave, I guess, depending on what side of the glass you're on. And so it makes it difficult to actually squeegee, and the squeegee is super long, so you can't, like banging around into stuff. And I think I might need to get something new. I realize this is completely futile, but if it can get rid of some of the moldy stench from the air conditioner just in the cab, and I know this doesn't hold fragrance or scent or anything, but if I can freshen it up a little bit, it'll be a lot better and a lot more pleasant to be in here. All right, well, I think that's about as much patience as I have for this cleaning business. I think we should get all this crap off of here and actually fire it up and see if it'll take a load without smoking like a coal mine or something that smokes a lot.
Up until this point, my stress level thinking about this combine was through the roof. If we were going to have to rebuild or replace this machine, it was going to put my business in jeopardy. The value of these machines is very little, and I obviously need to upgrade. But to me, right now, they are gold, as long as we can keep them running. Having to pay someone to harvest for me, and then having less money to repair or upgrade, really isn't an option.
Doing pretty good so far. We're in Nebraska. This isn't much of a hill, but it's enough of a hill with this weak hydrostat that it's worked for it. Oh, it's a relief. If this is actually it, that is such a relief. This was seriously looking to be an issue for the future of the farm. I know that sounds pretty drastic and dramatic, but yeah, it wasn't going to be good. It wasn't going to be good if we went down a combine. For right now, I'm going to call that a success. I was probably 60% optimistic before. Now I'm maybe, I don't know, let's say 85, 83. I don't know why 83. Let's go with 83. I think we'll take Gary's truck over and poke into the field there and see how wet it actually is. Mud knocking off the tires. Yeah, it's gonna be a couple of days.
Turns out we got lucky and it was only 24 hours before we could get into the field. Now for the real test. When we drove it up the hill, we didn't have the separator or the head on, which is probably half or more of the workload on the combine. I was feeling optimistic and the gorgeous weather was definitely part of that.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and give it the old college try. Into a college.
A quarter mile into the first pass, and everything seemed back to normal. My 83% optimism was creeping towards 95. I would never say 100%. After all, it's a 44-year-old combo. As I turned and head back, I was really hoping it would hold together. These passes back up this hill going to the wagons is where it was having the most trouble. If I could just make it back to the wagon, I might feel 95% at least. I pulled out of my first pass with a full bin and a feeling as though I had escaped, or at least postponed, having to make a life-changing decision. It appeared as though I came out smelling like a rose for the time being.
Well, that was one round down, and everything seems to be working all right. I don't know if we have time to get all the loads in, but we can at least get one in before they close up there. Today turned out to be a very productive day, and the machine worked excellent. Everything seemed to be doing what it was supposed to do, not doing anything that it wasn't supposed to do, and we got filled up and got one load in, so it was a good day, a very good day. With that being said, I am starving, so I'm going to go and hit some dinner. Don't forget to do the thing down below with the buttons, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.